All right, welcome back to an episode of The Canon. This is a quick canon flashback where we look at some old superhero movies. Today we're doing Batman Begins. Now, this is the 2005 Christopher Nolan directed film, which interestingly enough took over the Justice League movie that was supposed to be made. That fell through, and then they gave Christopher Nolan his project, and the rest is history. So real quick, Sal, what do you remember about this movie? How did it make you feel and all that?
Well, to be honest, I don't think I went to see it in the movie theaters. Not that I didn't want to, but I was very. I was in 8th grade, and I was very hung up on wrestling at that time. So my focus was all on wrestling.
Priorities were different.
Yeah, my priorities were different. I still love Batman, and if you want to ask me now what I think of it, man, did it change the landscape of superhero movies, movies in general, and people taking superhero movies and comic book movies seriously for a change. I mean, before this, you had Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, almost ruined Batman Forever. There, that was the title. That's why they named it that. So yeah, man, Chris Nolan is a genius with movies. Does not get enough recognition, I think, especially stuff like the Academy Awards. This guy has when he has a vision, he has a freaking vision. And he wanted to take on, this movie, and he did. And he took it to the fullest. And unfortunately, even though we're not talking about the whole trilogy, the end kind of got a little bit muddled. But this brought a whole new light to who Bruce Wayne was, more so than Batman, I think. The Batman was kind of, in Chris Nolan movies, I don't want to say the action, but what you think is the most important part of the movie is really kind of secondary to the lower layers and the deeper layers. So Batman is the forefront of it, but underneath that is Bruce Wayne. And I think, Christian Bale brought what no one has before to Bruce Wayne. Maybe Michael Keaton. Keaton he did really well as Bruce Wayne the man. But, Christian Bale, man, what else do I think about it? I don't know. I'm trying to spin the wheels here. What are you thinking?
Just real quick, going back to that time, I had no idea this movie was out. I had no idea there was a Batman movie. The first time I watched it was on TNT, and I caught like half of it, and I was like, wait a minute, is that Batman? Is that supposed to be Batman? And then I was like, oh, it's Batman Begins. So then next time it came on, I watched the whole thing, and I was like, how did I not hear about this movie? Of course, I'm young, but I'm like, I don't remember hearing about this at all. Like, maybe because I was into toys and stuff when Batman Forever came out and Batman and Robin. And so you had the toys and you knew about the movie. This, you didn't know. Like, I didn't know. So that was the beginning of something special. Like you said, I'd never heard about the Batman basically being a ninja or a samurai type training. Yeah. And it focused so much on just character, not special powers or anything. Yeah. And the way they did the Scarecrow, it was so practical. And like you said, that started Christopher Nolan on the path. Christian Bale was already on the path, and that just helped him. And I think for what it did to movies, like you said, made them take it seriously. Because the Keaton Batman's movies, they did grounded and gritty, but it was at a time where people weren't ready for it. Yeah. Studios still wanted to do the popcorn movies, and so they went back to that, and that failed. But this was the right time when Nolan hit an audience at a time in the world where we could accept a more real Batman. Yeah. All right, so real quick, score.
Out of 10. Out of 10. Oh, man. It's hard not to compare it to Dark Knight, so I'm trying not to do that. I would definitely give it at least an 8. A high 8. So, the only thing that brought me out of it was that that L train. It looks so fake when you look at it now, even though it was 2005.
I liked it.
And I get it that it kind of looked out of place because the Waynes built it. And you have the city in the background, which is shitty, and in the story it's supposed to be Gotham City. It's not supposed to look nice. So you have that kind of futuristic train. That's off topic, but I didn't like the train part. That was the only part. But that's not why I gave it an 8. It was just sorry.
And I give it an 8.5. All right, so this has been a Canon Flashback. Thank you for listening.